Let's talk about why I give indirect responses as somebody with a dismissive avoidant attachment style. Family, your favorite toxic YouTuber is back. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dismissible Me, where I speak only about dismissive avoidant attachment from the perspective of someone who has had a dismissive avoidant attachment style. So please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know where you are watching from down below. Find me on Instagram, check out the playlist. All of my information is down below in the description box. And getting right into it, why do I give indirect responses? Even now, I can do this on occasion. And the number one reason is to control the conversation. To control the conversation. I could be giving you an indirect response that is answering the question, but not getting into the depths of what I feel like you're trying to get into. I may not have the bandwidth. I may not be in the mood to have a whole conversation. I may not feel like explaining myself in that moment. So here, let me give you a response that answers some of the questions. It answers enough so that I don't have to get in a conversation, because I'm just good at this point. I'm probably a little bit irritated, whether it's from you or someone else or something else, and I just don't want to have the conversation. Or again, I'm just tired. I just don't have the energy to get into a conversation. So it's to control the conversation, usually to shut it down very quickly so that I don't have to get into further things. Second on my list is avoiding emotional depth. You could be engaging me in a conversation, asking me a question, where are we at, how I'm feeling, something like that, or asking me to be open and vulnerable with you. And I'm not trying to go there in that particular moment, because maybe the right time for you isn't the right time for me. So what I may do is give you an answer that is, again, answering your question, but indirect in nature, as to shut down the conversation or to move on from a situation that is uncomfortable to me. Again, sometimes it comes down to it's not the right time. Sometimes it's just too soon, and I'm not trying to go there. So then there's fear of commitment. You could be asking a question about commitment. Where are we going? What's going on with this and that? How am I feeling? Again, I don't want to talk about it directly, so I'll give you an indirect answer. And sometimes it's just to buy time. Sometimes it's just, again, to just shut the conversation down. It's clearly a situation. If I'm giving you an indirect answer when I'm somebody who answers things very clearly and directly, take it as this is not the time for the conversation. For whatever reason, whether, regardless, this person is not willing to have this conversation. Now, it's up to you to decide whether or not this person's been putting off a conversation for a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months. You feel like you can't talk to them. Then it's up to you to decide what it is that you need to do. I'm not here to tell you to accept toxic behavior. I'm just talking about toxic behaviors and the mindset behind them. Okay? There's no right, wrong. I'm just saying what it is that I'm saying. So, another reason is minimizing expectations without directly telling you no or expect less. There was a point in time where I wasn't as good of a communicator. So with my lack of communication skills, by interacting with you, or excuse me, giving you an indirect response was a way for me to maintain control and not take accountability for the fact that I may be doing something or not doing something that could hurt your feelings. Yes, that is very real. The desire for space. This is another one. It kind of falls up there with me, with not having the energy to have a conversation, wanting to control it. But then there's the just wanting to have space, not wanting to have a conversation about closeness, not wanting to even be in the mood to get close to anybody or have any conversations that have any depth to them. Some days I get home from work and I work a regular 9 to 5, and I just don't feel like talking at all. I don't feel like talking. I don't want to say hello to anybody. I don't want anybody to ask me how my day was. I don't want any of that. Sometimes I just want pure silence for like 30 minutes to an hour, because I might have had a busy day where I had to talk to a bunch of people, which typically is the case, and I just need a minute. Sometimes it's that. Again, it's all part of the controlling the conversation, but I just need space. And so I'm giving you some indirect answers because I don't want to get into what it is that I want to get into. There's the fear of losing independence, which to me kind of falls into the need for space, which we already just discussed. And then there's of trying to avoid pressures to be something or to do something. And again, all of this is about controlling a conversation, minimizing expectations. It's all a cry for space. That's exactly what it is. So it took me 5, 6, 7 minutes to get here. If somebody is answering the questions indirectly, it is because we are asking for space. We are asking for a minute. We do not have the energy for whatever reason. We are definitely attempting to control the conversation so that we do not have to discuss things further or to cut the conversation right then and there. And that's what it is. So, brief rundown on the reasons why I give indirect answers. Avoiding emotional depth. The number one thing is to control the conversation. Fear of commitment, minimizing expectations, desire for space, fear of losing independence, and deflecting pressure to be or to do something. Family, let me know what resonated for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Find me on Instagram. Check out my playlist. All my information is down below in the description box. Let me know where you are watching from, what resonated with you. And family, thank you for watching, and I will be tapping in with you very soon. Keep it real.